Bowl GMAN 3B. This is your Week 11 recap. I'm Rob Top, and I'm here as always with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
So we've got big news in the Blood Bowl world, like online and tabletop.
Indeed.
You've heard of it, obviously.
Yeah, we're not going to go too much into it. Just to let you know, there's been announcements of a new version of Blood Bowl, which is, as with all things, has brought the community to discourse, basically. Considering the leaks last year from Cyanide, is this the new version that was being referred to in relation to Blood Bowl 3? Probably, but we don't know for certain, so we're not going to speculate any further on that. Especially since, as anyone who's seen my score in the predictions competition, I wouldn't really rate my ability to speculate and predict what Blood Bowl 3 is going to be like anyway.
Okay, move on.
Indeed. Well, we've got. Well, unless there was something you wanted to talk about specifically.
No, not at all. No, I don't like speculating. I'm just waiting for the rules to come out and then piece it all together.
Yeah. In terms of our matches this week, we've had some big matches. We had a few ones that unfortunately weren't able to happen. We knew about one ahead of time. Another one wasn't able to get organised. It's unfortunate. Life happens in that way sometimes. But we have taken a little bit of extra time to put a bit more time on some of the other matches, just so we end up about the same length as usual. And one match in particular is going to have a very special look at it, but it might not be the one you expect. And with that, I think we should get straight into it for, well, I would say the first match, but I think we're ready to start looking at least at the teams and how they've handled this week's situations. Was that good with you, Rob?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Cool. Like, if I sounded caught out there, it's because I went down to play the clip and I realised I had to drag my mouse all over to my other monitor, all the way over there, because we're going to be going through the first two matches. Unfortunately, as we said, didn't get a chance to play. So the Warriors of Coney Island were up against Umvelt. Warriors getting a 1-0 default victory here because the Umvelt coach was unable to play and knew so ahead of time. For the Warriors, they've taken the opportunity to cut a little bit of injury bloat from Cyrus down there at the bottom, but they've mostly taken the opportunity to recover from those MNGs. No real level ups were gained, I believe, so we will go straight on.
I can't see any.
We'll go on to Umvelt, who, I would be very surprised to see anything changing here, since it's still a good team. Still got an Agi 5 blitzer, as you can see over here. Once again, there's something up with the site, so it's not necessarily showing the values here. But yeah, that's still pretty much the way it is. Next up is the Goblins. Kianda, once again taking the opportunity to get the MNGs back and kind of do a little bit of SPB clearing, so dumping some of the especially cultist number 1 finally gotten rid of. That's the kicker who's went out, and cultist number 2 did get some SPP from the distribution. This was the Goblins versus Tasty Tunes. Sorry, I should say the match we're talking about, which was a 1-1 draw because neither coach was able to find a time, so it was not a forfeit to either of them. So cultist number 2 was able to become a dirty player to replace the injured kicker, and just a little bit of cleanup elsewhere.
That's a double, isn't it? Dirty player on a Goblin.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wise choice.
About that.
Yeah. Take that over block. Yeah.
For the Tasty Tunes, another Goblin team. Two-headed Goblin coming back, and once again, I don't think we had any level ups here. At least none that have been shown on the team.
I can't see any.
From there, once again, Tasty Tunes and the Goblins looking like how we would expect. Now, the first real match, unless there's anything you'd like to add?
No, we're good.
Yeah. Sorry to run through that quick, guys, but it is what it is. Got to do our due diligence. And enough of due diligence, and now on to due carnage and leaping from VDC versus Altdorf.
Yeah, we have Very Dead Corpses at 1890, getting +2 fame as well, against the Altdorf Acrobata, which his coach calls revival in the league. Let's see how he gets on.
Indeed.
So we see the Necro kicking to the Leapers, and the Wolf getting himself in a little bit of trouble here, needing to re-roll, and does re-roll, and they're piling on, I take it.
All the dice.
All the dice. Nothing happening though. Left himself in a bit of a dodgy position. So the Altdorf do what everybody else should have been doing this season and trying to get some fouls in. I know they were, but this is a particularly good one because it does get quite a lot of men in to do the foul. So
Dodgers
that's
to get
1,
in there
2,
too.
3, 4, and a 5th man to do the foul.
Injury.
Yeah. But regen.
Fake skill.
Skill. First time this season, week 11, the Wolf goes off. So let's just have a look at that again, shall we?
Oh, is it now?
Oh, it had to be done. Everyone's been waiting all season. We can't just like skip by it. I'm not showing it anymore, but yeah, I'm missing my face. Is injured and he's missing the next game, and the next game is against the Nurgles at Innovations. He's going to be real happy about that. So back to the game then. They do switch sides and make a drive down the left-hand side, and it's left for the other Wolf to do the blitzing, which he isn't really built for it, but he can do it. We all know he can do it. And nice re-roll there.
Boom.
Yeah. Coach Cool has decided to play really well. He's not that he wasn't playing really well before, but like, I mean, he's playing really well now. And I thought this play was outstanding. I love the positioning of the diving tackle guy here, just to make it extra hard for that Wolf to actually, even though that Wolf's agility 4, but just make it extra hard for that Wolf to do anything. And just really nice positional play. Nobody else can do anything about it, and it just walks it in next time.
Love to see it.
So, yeah, I was impressed. It's good. He's really putting the Necro, in their place, and they're one of the best teams in the league. So, where are we at now? We are turn 10, second half. A little bit left behind these two, so they've got a little bit of catching up. Hopefully the leapers don't leap over and get to them. But as you see, now the cage is formed, and does he put the diving tackle guy onto the ball carrier? Of course. He also gets another guy in there that I didn't show the clip. No, I did show the clip. I'll come back and I'll put it in one look to it. So yeah, it gets a nice couple of guys onto the ball. So what's the best move for here? I think
probably blitzing.
I think the best move is hand it off to the edge 4 guy. It's only a 3+.
Oh, not good. Oh, that's exactly what they didn't want. That's the literal
That's
opposite.
really unlucky. Yeah, that is really unlucky. Blitzing with a ball carrier. Don't see that too often. And then he's just got to tidy that Wolf up somehow and just get everyone round, which easier said than done. But he does manage to create a good enough screen, I feel.
There's a little bit of a gap there. You really want someone in the middle there. But...
Yeah, and marking him as well. Good shout. But I just showed you the end of that turn. He did put a massive screen in. And then a handoff to the catcher to make it 2-0. Game over. What we got? About 3 turns left. So can VDC just pick up any star player points on anybody? Coach Cool plays it clever again by not committing too many people. He's got the game won. He doesn't want to get too involved in a big fight. So he's just leaving some randos just to get hit, which is fine. So overall, I'd say just in this game, just really well played. So, he makes some roll dice as well. I forgot that's a handoff and 2 go for it to get the touchdown there.
He does.
So, yeah, really well played, Coach Cool. Impressed.
Yeah, very much.
Good to
Love
watch. Level up Saturday Night Fever, Saturday Night Bad Fever
Yep.
on his third skill.
Has gone for Mighty Blow after the block guard combo. So the same build as the concussed no brain damage, which, to be fair, is a very good build for Flesh Golems to have, so it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. That was the only level up.
Cool. Next up, Altdorf.
No level ups, I believe. I don't know if he got rid of anyone or done
No,
anything.
looks to be the same team, just Giorgio coming back. Yeah, and in terms of I'm missing my face as well if we see missing for next match. But yeah, pretty back to full strength for Altdorf Acrobata, and love to see the turnaround. Brilliant. Next up was a match that I had a chance to watch, which was the Elf-Off between the Sabertooth Vag 3.0 and the ReBBL Supremacy. We had Sabertooth Vag, the Wood Elves, coming in at 1660 versus ReBBL Supremacy coming in at 2230. So a lot of inducements for the Wood Elves. They took a Wizard of Bribe, 2 Babes, and Eldril Sidewinder. Now, there was a bit of talk about some of the play in this match. I'm going to focus mostly on the story of the match. I'm not going to focus too much on any like negative play or like bad moves or things like that, apart from one thing that does come up. So as we can see, High Elves with the kick. Pro Elves with the kick, and lands straight on top of the Wood Elf catcher. As you can see, they're going for an early kind of play just around the left-hand side of the pitch. We can see the Pro Elves coming around and just doing a little bit of damage to this War Dancer, but they are unable to really get through and back around. But they're threatening the Pro Elves with a potential score if they don't go in. We just see an opportunity taken, just do a little bit of damage. In fact, yeah, we see this has turned through. There's actually a partial stall that was attempted here, but eventually they do force through damage, and Venom getting taken out here as well, trying to do a little bit of work, but eventually with the threat being put forward by the Pros, did force the score. Now we see a bit more of a typical situation as we're seeing this ball get handed off to the Supremacy, who then themselves make a dive down the sidelines. As you can see, they get down there and started caging as well. And they'll stay there for a little bit of time, and oof, War Dancer comes around to attempt to disrupt. Is able to get through for the block, but isn't enough to get through Blodge. It's a bit of a difficult, or moves through it as well, blocks out, which would be difficult. You won't say, well, that's really easy to blitz off, but it's worth noting this War Dancer does have sidestep. So you'd need to do a lot of work if you wanted to get that Wood Elf War Dancer into a situation whereby they were able to be, well, surfed off the... Oh, yeah, like that. That'd do it. Oh, yeah.
Nice play. Wow. I like that.
And out Snide Mike goes. KO'd, I forget which way order it is, but yeah, KO'd as well. And from there, well, you can just run in through this honor guard of people you have, except you don't, so you want the rod, so you just nip out around the back. And so yeah, we go into the second half, 1-1 all. It's a good situation. Yeah, for the Pro Elves. We do see the Woodies coming in and trying to do some damage, getting in there for a foul. But unfortunately, the reroll was used to get there. And yeah, your loner that you wanted to do a 1 dice with gets that both down and the death. Yeah, we're seeing a very similar opening kind of play here with Supremacy making a sideline push, but are unable to. And yeah, this is the real turning point of the match, because you can see there's a big gap there. You can get to the ball carrier. I believe this was running out of time. This was on 0, and unfortunately, it does happen to the best of us. It happened to me twice this week, but there is enough space for them to just run through and just take the ball off this critical. Bam. Takes it down. Hate to see it. And get that tackle zone on it. Yeah, moving around, as you can see, the Elves is trying to... Yeah, well, I like this. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You do forget Eldril giving you access. A lot of dodges to get back. Needs the re-roll to get the pickup. And passes it through, as you can see from that position. As much as the Pro Elves are able to get threats into position, even a strike on the ball carrier during a stall attempt pushes it, but the strip ball frees it up. This is a
Nice.
critical point. We do see some leaps and blitzes happening. We're able to see, bam, a shove off the pitch as well. Love that.
Fans putting the boot in nicely.
Absolutely, you see him spinning around there right at the edge. Pick up and able to recover. He must be wishing you could blitz and pass in the same turn there, but unfortunately not. A lightning bolt will deal with it though. Bam. A KO and Toa is taken down.
Yeah, that's recoverable as well, isn't it? Good scatter for the High Elves.
Pro Elves, but yes.
High Elves, Al.
Are they? Have I been calling them Pro Elves the whole time? I've been very confused. I meant, yes, they look like High Elves. I should know. It's because they're so professional, my friend. That's why.
It's only week 11.
I kept wanting to call them High Elves, thinking, no, they're not. I know they're Pro Elves, but no, unfortunately, we see another unprofessional dodge. Snake Eyes here just to get through the High Elves. And once again, they are able to get down, but turn 16, there's just not enough space. All there is time for is a little bit of damage up the pitch, as we see just a tree man just hurting the new hammer as well. And we come all the way through onto, as we've seen, the results of the saber-tooth flash. So yeah, Carmack is absolutely vindicated in that he predicted he had some chastisement and no one thought he was going to win this match, and he absolutely won this match. So
well done.
Well done, absolutely. I feel yeah, and there was no fame in this match as well, so I will that's why I didn't mention that. And yeah, we will see what happens. So yeah, Kodran coming back for the next match, keeping with the strength 2 thrower, but unfortunately Guinarian is going to be missing next match for the Sabertooth badge. There was a level up as well. Number 8, Phelan, gets a double apparently and picks up guard on this lineman. That's going to be very useful for them moving forward. And as for the Supremacy, we saw Hammer come in this match and just immediately get missing next game. Number 12, Electro, has also leveled up, I believe, but has not been taken at the point when I was able to check. So we will see what's there. Kick, we've got a kicker on the team, so I'm thinking wrestle, similar build to Venom here, I think, for this lineman. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guard is much nicer on the second skill after they got block in it, so he's going to be a target for the next game. I suppose he's got plenty of targets saying that, but yeah, guard is really nice on elves, especially on an elf team like that.
Yeah, well, it's Electro that was a level up rather than Tremor, but yeah.
Oh, sorry,
but
sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. No, Electro's not leveled up, so we're hypothesizing about what the first skill would be. So probably wrestle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's got wrestle dodge. Yeah, do something different for the end of the season. Pick something mad. Dirty player.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Next up is a match that you got a chance to see, which was the sit downs versus Grim.
Yeah, Lord Brain Lord 1600 Pro Elves. These are the Pro Elves, mate.
Pro Elves, Matt. Thank you very much.
Against Innovations 2190 Nurgle. Every time I look at this Nurgle team, it's just like, oh my god, it's such a nice team. You should be top of the table, Innovation. Why aren't you top of the table? So they take the elves take Eldril, Wizard, Apo, and they have a loner. So let's see how they get on.
All right.
So a bit of a tough game for the elves, obviously. Eldril needs to stay on the pitch, and throwing a touchback straight away doesn't really help. So they got a good ball carrier, haven't they? They got that movement ball carrier. We're in turn 5 here because not too much was happening. The Nerves were just sort of just holding back just a little bit, doing a couple of hits and stuff, and that's a good player out. and come back. He was sort of keeping Eldril out of the way a little bit. Didn't want to get him too much involved in a fight until the time was needed, and the time never really come up. And the players just started talking. Nothing too serious. Piling on, doing
that's potentially
the trick.
serious.
Yeah, that's a strength 4 guy. Apo used.
That was a minus movement, right?
Oh, skipped it, but yeah, Apo is definitely needed. Yeah, and they just ran in for a nice turn 8. Am I showing you the 1 turn attempt? I am. So quite easy with pro elves, yeah. Especially when you got fluoride that can just throw the ball from anywhere he wants. But can they catch? They can.
Well, I get most of the time 1 turns are just like working out the handoff, but for I just like, no, I'm just going to tonk it from exactly where I am.
I like the way he just never moves forward with him as well. Just throws, make sure he's a maximum distance away. So, all looking good so far.
It's looking like it's getting set up, yeah. Oh no.
You just need to dodge that guy around to get the push in the right place. Oh, to be fair, if you're going to roll snakes, it's going to balls up whatever you're trying in it. So that won't going to happen. So second half, we have a long pass. I missed the very beginning of it, but yeah, a nice long pass. And because everyone was out of range of the stink, I think he thought he'd just go for it and just get the pass and catch out of the way. And he still has a wizard and 4 rerolls. So, good opportunity to steal the ball. That's an unlucky dodge. Yeah, so yeah, good opportunity to try to steal this ball and try to do something and try to win the game. Nurgle were using their tentacles really well, and I'll show you the stat at the end because the tentacles was a thing in this game. Still 4 rerolls. Turn 13 for them. 14 for them. So the wizard comes out. Can they do something? So there's a good chance for a gaze. Comes off. All right.
We need this pickup.
Yeah. And he's there. And he's dodging out. Oh.
And the reroll had been used. Oh no,
Yeah.
Mr. No
Oh.
reroll. Only a badly hurt.
He gets hurt every week, that guy, doesn't he?
Eldril 6
and Eldril gets the ball. Yeah. Can he keep hold of it? So we're turn 14 for Nurgle. Both teams can still score from here. Crucial. Absolutely crucial. That's enough. So after the piling on, which probably kills him. No. Where's it scatter? Oh, scatters to a lovely place for the elves. So he needs to go for it. First one fails. Ouch. So the ball's in a great place for the elves here. Right, the guy laying on the halfway line there, I think, seeing it's turn 15, I think I'd have legged him up the pitch. And I think that's a mistake. And I don't know if he thought about it himself, but he definitely needed running up the pitch. Because now he could have just booted it up there, and the other guy could have had a chance. He's movement 6, so he would have. I know he's laying down, but there was enough movement with some go for it to actually get the touchdown. So a slight mistake there cost him, but now he's just got to make sure that the rotter can't pick the ball up and throw it down the pitch and get some kind of elf play for themselves.
So yeah, just pushing here and marking, I guess, is the way to handle that.
Yeah, that makes it all 4+ dodges and makes it very hard. Okay, so blitz him out the way. Lovely. But the reroll used. So here's the play then. Can it come off?
It
No.
can't.
Final 1-1. Entertaining game, yeah. It's good. Look at that, 40% tentacles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Level ups, anything interesting?
Let me check. We have Stephen Haircut 4 getting his first skill, and that was the only one.
That was Kick. Beachmaster 7, we saw them take that injury over earlier. They've been cut from the team because of that. Now, next up, looking at Grim. Anything here?
No level ups. I don't know if he's sacked anyone or done anything. Looks like a full squad.
Looks like a full squad still, indeed. So, next up is the last match I had a chance to watch, and this is the Perishable 4 versus the Hat Tricks. So let's have a quick look at them. As you can see, Kemry starting off with the ball here. Yep, it was 1490 versus 1560. TI4 took the Babes, and Hat Tricks had +1 fame. As you can see, it takes us a little bit of time to get going with the Chaos Dwarves as they are just pushing through. They're trying to make this nice little forward base. I do like this around the side of the mummies there, and just setting up, because you know it's going to be difficult for these mummies to move around, and then
Tomb Guardians.
Sorry, yeah, that's right. Yeah, correct me, I'm wrong so much there. But I really love this, and you know I love a pass into a cage, but unfortunately, you know, we do have the re-roll, so let's see how that goes. Oh no, it's a failure. So, and it's another, and no, and it's, well,
yay!
That's not a turnover apparently, which I thought it was, but apparently it isn't.
That was a handoff or pass?
That was a handoff.
Okay. Hiccups always turnovers when they fail, but pass and catches not.
As you can see, as we come round, we are able to just go for it into the end zone and go 1-0 up for the Hat Tricks. Boom, kicking again, and is a blitz. A short kick blitz as well. That is not what they wanted to see. If you are if you're a Kemry coach there, to push back and get some solid play here. We do see a lot of coming around to kind of cover this side of the area. Enough that if this does fail and it's a touchback, it could be a bit of a problem. But let's see if that happens. Bam, no, catches it directly. And that's a difficult situation for the Kenny to be in. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a go for it there, but it's okay because we have snaked it.
Again.
Snakes is not what you wanted to be seeing there at all, and it is a bit of a problemo. As you can see, there is a bit of an attempt.
Get rid of scoring threat.
Yeah, basically going straight for the scoring threat there, and takes it out. And we go into the second half. Bang. Blitz, another blitz of the ball carrier, second time we've seen it, takes it down and is able to juke around to the other side. As you can see, very heavy one-sided defense for the Chaos Dwarves here. We see you don't really expect it from the Kemry, typically one of the slower teams, but a lovely little switcheroony there. And you can see him really getting that extra little bit of nice use of Juggernauts, just clear as well, to protect this Kemry ball carrier. We can move up even further. Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, we've seen a lot of snakes,
again.
But not this time.
Oh, okay.
And we are able to get through. Able to get all the way through on the back there as well. Unexpected, but able to pull it off. And smacking the ball carrier out of the way as well.
Are we going to see a Kemry win here, are we? Oh.
No. Well, who knows? Not from that. Not from that. But this causes a little bit of a ruckus. As you can see, good discipline, getting your people up, then pulling back to try and recover. Unfortunately not. As we can see, a lot of scrabbling over this ball here as we see the Khemri. I love this blitz as well. Bam, stand firm. Was hopefully looking for perhaps a push there, but I was certainly thinking, oh, what if it's a push? But it unfortunately wasn't. We are able to get some support in now. Bam. To properly clear it up as we're able to bring another Khemri piece in. I'm not sure.
I'm saying surprised he pushed him there.
Yeah. And does not go to pick up the ball, just goes to put a tackle zone on it. Is able to be powed down in response, though. No one's got any re-rolls, so everything is very, very up in the air at this point, and the recovery at this point does happen. We're able to get the run, as we've said before. Can't throw and blitz, but we're able to get it quite far down the pitch. Khemri attempt to recover. And the ball is wrestled down.
That'll do. Khemri can still score. Can they? Yeah, they can. Khemri don't throw the ball that far, surely.
Let's see how it goes. Just getting that 3 dice blitz in, 3 dice block, sorry. Fairly safe at this point in proceedings. Let's see.
Go for it. 4+ pickup, 6+ throw. No.
Cut out with abandon there, unfortunately, as we go on to TI4. As you can see in terms of level ups, Feltu the Scared, the Throw-Ra gets a level up and goes for block to start off with. Good to start building up those Throw-Ras again. Like to see it. No big injuries for TI4. For the Hats, we're going to have 2 blockers back for the next match. Obviously, that's something that will have been hurting them this turn. 1 blocker out, unfortunately, next match as well. And no level ups for them, though, unfortunately.
So the Hat-Tricks were missing both their Claw Mighty Blow players for that game. Then. Yeah, that was really good for the Khemri, wasn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, certainly going to be a big factor in why that match ended up as a draw. But yeah, last up is a match that you had a chance to watch: the Haikus versus the Proud Women.
Yeah, this is the one we both predicted, mate. We both predicted and got it right, and everyone thought we were mad. The Uruk Haikus, which are the 2080 Orcs by Halab, against the Amazons, the 1480 Proud Women. Apo, Bribe, Wizard, and Alona. So let's see how they get on. This was my favourite game of the week, I would say. It was real in-your-face stuff from both teams. A couple of things didn't go too well for the women. They do try to slow the drive down or at least stop the drive. And as you can see, there's a lot of women on the floor there. Sometimes they're best left on the floor, aren't they? And the Orcs were up for doing a bit of dodging themselves throughout this game. The Bribe is used on turn 2. Was that or 3? Turn 3. So I am going to show you the whole of this turn for the Orcs because near enough every Amazon is based. They did try to go for the ball and put them under pressure, maybe a wizard next turn or something, and it just didn't pay off. So you're about to see every woman take a hit unless something goes wrong. It's like, I play Amazons, as you know, and it's one of the worst things to watch when you're an Amazon player. Is just watching your team just basically get destroyed for a whole turn and then work out what you're going to do for the rest of it.
Oof.
Pushes are good. Defender stumbles without tackle are good. Mighty Blow is bad. So, double skulls.
No tackle.
No tackle on that play. Nice. So we've got a few more women to hit. See if we can get through them all.
Indeed. Bang. There's been one injury. It's not been too bad, though, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. I think you got away with it. I think that could have been just so much worse. So turn 4. wizards out. He really wants to stop this Orc drive. If he can get somebody through them 2 Black Orcs there, that's a easy pickup. Maybe just chuck it downfield or something. Maybe dodge work.
Yeah.
Good skill. Stand firm's a good skill as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he's not out of ideas, but just it's hard playing against Orcs, and it really is. So as you see, the Orcs did manage to recover, and that tackle Black Orc was a real problem for him this game. So Hillary Clinton uses the Apo,
Yeah.
and gets her back on the pitch.
Those Black Ops obviously really hyped up from the idea of maybe looking forward to playing a team without any other normal Orcs for in the future. Who knows?
So the injuries are starting to pile up a little bit. There's 2, and one of the Apos has been used. Hard to stop them scoring now. And especially if they roll. Oh, the Orcs rolled the double skulls there, yeah. And just run it in for 1-0 on turn 8. Good drive by the Orcs. Exactly what you want as an Orc coach. You son of a high kicko. Okay. So, is this turn 8 or second half? We are second half. Nice deep kick. And as you see, quite an aggressive stance from the Amazons, making their intentions quite clear. That's a bad scatter, isn't it? Fortunately, she's back in the game. So as you can see, all the I keep calling them elves, all the Amazons are in position. Can the Orcs do anything about it? So not too aggressive from the Orcs. Don't send too many people flying forward. Nice control play.
Oh, they're just taking them
Hillary
out.
Clinton's
Down again.
That's another Apo for Hillary. No, giving up with her.
I can see why you were calling them elves with this kind of play. Although, in my defence, I also got confused. But at least they were also a different type of elf. But I do like that equaliser.
They go for it. Yeah. I think they need to do something quick before they just got bogged down. They're good play.
Absolutely, love it.
He kept leaving the troll off the pitch. So didn't fancy the negatrates of the troll, I guess.
Interesting.
Oh, I just showed that.
Yeah.
I showed that twice.
I was thinking about that from the when I noticed it on the start of the match. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, it must be, you can't risk.
Oh, I just remembered something. Yeah, okay. So what I normally do is record all my clips and then put them together. And if I miss stuff, sometimes I'll record the clip again and just sort it out in the editing. I was getting a little bit short for time, and all I did was just piece all the clips together. And I've realised that some of them might overlap just a little bit.
We have seen a nice pass here to this goblin.
Yeah, let's see it again.
Action replay. I like how this is also when you debuted doing an actual action replay. Like, you could have styled it out and pretended like, yeah.
I'm surprised he handed it off, but that is a 3 SPP blitzer. So getting 2 touchdowns this game would be lovely for him. I like the way that Amazons are still putting up a fight and still trying to take the Black Orcs off the pitch. And right, now they've decided I can't get the ball. So what have I been saying all season? Why is nobody hitting that goblin? So strength 1 goblin deserves to get hit. And strength 1 goblin deserves to get fouled as well. Bye, goblin. A legend. Okay, let's see that again. Oh no, that was the second foul on the goblin.
It got to it though after this stall and gets the pow.
Yeah, he was focusing so much on the goblin that they didn't realise that the ball carrier was a little bit open. So again, it's pick on goblin time, and maybe foul on goblin time again. Yeah. even without a bribe. I don't think he likes the goblin. I feel that like everything I've been saying has been influencing the coaches about fouling the wolves and fouling that goblin, and it's all come off in 1 week. So yeah, clear the space. Let's get another. Oh, he does try to protect this goblin a little bit as well, but surely. Oh, that's the way to do it. Foul with a goblin, try to get him off the pitch yourself. Yeah, but it doesn't happen, and the goblin still takes another whack. Now we know why he's a legend. He's the toughest goblin we've ever seen. Is this a last-minute foul? Turn 16 foul on the goblin. Got him. What is it?
Badly hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
a spicy turn 16.
That would have been so cool if that was.
You could have
some
had the
kind
blitz.
Of
You've got the ball
horrible
carrier
plan.
there.
No, fouling the goblin was the most important thing to do. Don't forget. So yeah, funny game. I was cracking up watching these clips. They were both just really at each other, fouling each other, and trying to hurt each other for those last sort of 3 or 4 turns. Funny stuff. And the blitzer gets his second touchdown. You son of a high kicko levels up.
Indeed.
First skill. I don't know who he's got next, but
first skill
probably
was in their first match, because Son of a High Kicker was a new blitzer. So first skill, first match, it's a double, and it's dodge.
Nice.
I think you Son of a High
Yeah,
Kicker.
lovely.
Did you say they came into the match with 3 SPP, or they had 3 SPP already?
No. He got 2 touchdowns. So yeah, he's a new player.
An absolutely cracking debut for you, Son of a High Kicker, and a great double skill to be rewarded for from there. Brilliant. Anyone else?
For the proud women, we got one, but no one for the Orcs.
Let's roll over and have a look at those then.
Taylor Swift 2, getting her first skill. Probably block.
It is an agility up.
Dodge. Nice. On a catcher. That's lovely, isn't it?
You want to see.
Yeah. Lovely.
And yep, a new player as we saw on the pitch for this one for the proud women. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the overall leaderboard as a result of this week's matches.
Bit of a mix-up, wasn't it, this week?
It was. Yeah, Supremacy took a loss as well. Took a loss, and the VDC, you saw that one. Who was the?
Yeah, they took a loss.
Yeah. So they were able to. Wow, it's still now extremely close at the top of the season, top of the base.
Proud women in first, they took a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warriors are,
so everyone's catching.
Yeah, Warriors are Conan. So basically 22 points and 21 points is the top of the table. 21 also at 3. So within playoff range, within literally the number of points to be in actual playoffs, we're all the way down to the 7, to part 7. Halab, the Uruk Haikus, if they get a win and think there's only 2 matches left, but everything is still all to pay for. We've even had a bit of a switch down at the bottom of the table as well. Coach Cool, obviously Umvelt have had a couple of forfeit losses due to not being able to play, but Coach Cool scrabbling up. I'm keen to follow Altdorf next season. I think with this new mindset, Coach Cool could be in a position to take everyone on. But I think the main story here is, once again, as it's been all season up until right the edge of what we're seeing now, very, very, very close.
2 weeks ago, 6 points maximum. Anybody down to the Uruk Haikus have a chance. It's a slim one, but they have a chance.
There's 2 more matches left, right?
Yeah, 6 points.
Yeah, 6 points. So, strictly speaking, it's down to 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlikely, but yes, it is possible.
Yeah. Wow, and we're gonna, speaking of next week, talk about the predictions. I suppose there's one thing we do need to discuss at this point as well. That's the forfeit discussion, for which whoever it is, Rob, whoever it is, out of me and you, that do not win, then
last season you took the lead, and I did the most amazing comeback to actually nick it off you in the last game of the last week. Can you do the same?
Who knows? Who knows?
How do we get on this
How do we
week?
get on this week? So, I scored 6 points. You unfortunately also scored 6 points, which is a thing that wasn't very useful for me. And also in the background, I'm just making sure people can actually see things because apparently that wasn't in the right place. Good. So yeah,
I got 6 points off the first two games. I thought I was going to smash it, and then just got nothing for the rest of the
yeah.
week. So
Also,
yeah.
I've realised I just you know, you said you hadn't done your predictions. We're going to do them on the show.
Yeah.
You have unfortunately missed out. Because actually, literally, as we were just filming the show, I had to delete the score from that one at the bottom.
Oh, and I don't know the score as well. Oh, I'm below the belt tactics, man.
Me? I had to remind you before we came on air to do your predictions.
I was going to do them
Well, you
earlier,
should
and I
have done
thought,
them
oh
then.
no, I'll do them live. That's all right. Now I've seen all the games and seen the teams. It gives me a bit of an advantage, doesn't it, as
Okay.
well? So I think that'd be fair. Did you get the one or not?
I did not know. But we'll discuss this moving forward. Or perhaps some sneaky people can put together what it was. But who knows? So we will talk about what we got this week, though. And what we got this week was 6 points for me, 6 points for you. We got two each. We got that bottom one at the bottom. Coach Cool with 3 points. Mad Frog 0 points, unfortunately. J-Can with 3. Brainlord with 0. Hellenic with 3. Kianda with 0. Berserk with 0. Logix with 0. Dr. Nick with 0. Innovation with 0. And Filippo with 3. It was a low-scoring week. And your 6 points...
Matt, we were the best
two this week. And the 6 points... It's funny you should say, looking at the score table, we've got the Dr. Nick here, 67 at top, 5 points clear. We're talking about things...
Scroll it up a bit because our images are on the way.
Yep, there you go. So, the Dr. Nick up at top of 67. But that's 6 points, Rob. You're on 61. There's only 6 points in it to the top of the table. You really need every game to count, Rob. Every point you can possibly squeeze. Can't throw any away. Got to make them predictions, man.
Oh, don't. I'm going to make a prediction for that game, and if it's correct, Stewards Inquiry.
All right. Just because no one pinged you to do it this week.
I'm not even going to predict it. I don't want to tease myself.
But
all right.
Yep, I've gone up. It's been able to get me off the bottom of the table as well. So that's nice to know. I don't think I've got any chance of really catching you at this point, unfortunately. But you never know.
18 points.
18 points.
So you need 6 results out of 2 games correctly that I don't get to draw. Yeah, it's looking slim, mate. So we'll talk about it right at the end if you want. Last time you did loads of shots off on the last week.
Yeah, it was the tequila cam where it's a shot after every match, and we had to have some backup plans for me having too much tequila. In the absence of any other forfeits, I guess we'll go back to tequila cam. But if anyone has any suggestions of forfeits, well, feel free to throw them into the Discord. Usually we would do that.
Yeah,
it's not obvious who's going to win. But nothing too bad.
Nothing too nasty. Yeah. Keep it fun.
But if nothing, then tequila can. But we should have a look at next week's predictions. That the first match we will be discussing is Tasty Tunes versus the Warriors of Coney Island. Who have you got here?
Neither of them played last week, so they're both full strength. I will go Warriors of Coney Island because they're in with a shout. Oh, well, saying that puts the pressure on, doesn't it, when you're in with a shout? I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay.
I think it's under pressure.
I've gone for 2-1 to the Warriors of Coney Island. As you say, this is why I'm going to have you going first, because otherwise you can do shenanigans.
Yeah.
But like, I trust you not to anyway. But I think it's more interesting. Yeah, I've gone for 2-1. I think the Warriors, a fire could be lit under them. I think they might just be able to turn it around. Next up, we've got Altdorf Acrobata and Veltschurinen. Who have we got there?
Oh, bottom of the table clash. Altdorf are playing really well. They're really going for it, aren't they? I will go 3-1
to Altdorf.
To Altdorf.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 for Altdorf. I just think they're on a bit of a good run of play, so I'm just supporting that. Next up, Rebel Supremacy versus Trusting Gob.
Oh, wow. Good game to watch. That's going to be your one next week as well. Rebel Supremacy, you would think will have this nicely in control. I don't know what the TV difference is. They might take a bit of damage. I'm going to go 2-1.
Cool.
2-1 Supremacy.
I've gone 3-1 to Supremacy because I think it will be very Pyrrhic. I think Gob will do so much damage, but Supremacy will just get those few extra throws around. And also, I thought you'd probably go 2-1, and I need the scores to be different if I'm going to try and catch up the gap between us.
Fair enough.
Next up, Grimtel versus VDC. This is going to be a cracker.
VDC without their killer. Yeah. And lots of tentacles on Grimtail. I think Grimtail have got this. I will go 1-0 Grimtail.
Okay. I have gone 2-1 for the VDC, mostly because I forgot to check if both the werewolves were there before the match was going to be started, but that's the reason.
They've still got the agility one, so he's still the scorer. So
I think tentacles are going to be a problem for that. Next up, Hatrix versus Sabertooth Fudge 3.0.
Hatrix back to full health, pretty much, aren't they? Chorfs against Wood Elves. Go on, Wood Elves. You can do it. 3-1 to the Wood Elves.
I've gone 2-1 to the Chorfs. They're back up to full strength. And they've got a lot.
I just don't want Carmack telling me off.
Being bullied. Okay. Last up, Proud Ruin versus the Sit Down Boys.
Good game. Yeah. Tight. Oh, that is a really tight game. So I'm going to put 2-2 because it's tight.
That's also how I felt about the last match we'll be discussing. You were at Haikus. I thought it was going to be pretty tight. They were going to bash the crap out of each other and score on their own drive. So I went for 1-1. Where would you go on this one?
I would have probably gone 1-0 to the Kenway.
Okay. Interesting to see. So, that's our results for this week. Thank you for everyone for getting all of your predictions in on time and distracting the fact that I got a type of elf wrong for an entire match. Now we can be distracted and make fun of Rob instead, so that's always good for me.
All right, that's all for me. That's all, folks.
We'll see you on the pitch.